Thanksgiving is upon us, and what better way to celebrate than to review some of the most rare and sought-after titles around. As we pass the ravine of Halloween in the year 2017, even Limited Run left a trail of celebration with the announcement of the fittingly named title, Oregon Trail. I see nothing but a bright future for this company in these dark times, and I'm ecstatic to bring you all the experiences I've had with each title. Now recline your lazy boys and let us indulge you with our third montage of digital bliss. Number 38, The Swapper. We're back for our third helping of Limited Run games, and we start here with a unique clay-made 2D puzzler platformer that uses a swapping ray gun to teleport you to different in-game locations. But unlike Portal, you'll be making carbon copies of yourself instead of going on a self-induced wormhole high shooting spree. What Swapper does well, aside from smart construction, is give you that Space Odyssey sensation, and oddly enough, being that there's no atmosphere in space, this game fills that void with the alternate meaning of the word. It's a title worth not only owning, but bragging about also. Number 40, The Swindle. Once you go down the road of robbery in an indie title, certain requirements must pan out. Location, graphics, originality, and most of all, engagement. I also recognize there needs to be a level of challenge, but if all of the above things don't jive, you have yourself a waste of valuable time that you could be doing more productive things like carjacking motorists on the freeways of GTA. This one captures everything mentioned above, but is on the level of frustratingly challenging at times. The want, however, to continue is present as you pick methods to complete some of the most daunting rooms. And this is because they stuck to the formula for greatness. Just remember, old London's not so jolly this time around. Number 42, Dear Esther. Dear Esther, I've lost track on how many times I've been forced to play a story-driven game, so knock it off, okay? There, now that I have that off my chest, onto the game. Oh, I mean story. This is what I would like to describe as a game you play as a casual observer. It's not action-packed, and it's not really goal-based. It just is. I know that's hard to explain and a bit vague, but if you have the curiosity to pick this up and give roughly 2 hours of your life to it, your eyes may be open to a greater reality. Great. Now I've made it sound like a timeshare. Number 44, Runner 2. One of the games I knew nothing about going in has become one of my favorites on this list. It's on a souped-up rail running system where you essentially just collect and dodge. All of this happens to a rhythm you seem to be connected to. It is a follow-up to another similar yet pixelated game with the same premise. However, this feels like how a sequel should be. The only bummer is when you get sent back to the beginning of a checkpoint, but traversing these sections is also the best part to test your mental acuity at breakneck speeds. This is definitely a buy with running involved. Number 46, Nova 111. Funtronic Labs, eh? Sounds like a specialty shop for adult robots if you ask me, but the innocent content within is far from it. You will no doubt be solving puzzles here of the entry-level to moderate nature, and having fun on the same level. It's not a profound entry, but equivalent to the third bear's porridge from Goldilocks. Just right. Which is also a popular phrase in the polygamous community. I'm not kidding, try talking to them sometime. But fairy tales and culture aside, exploring a subterranean maze has its moments, along with a substantial amount of boredom. Number 47, Pang Adventures. So here we are, 6 games into this overcooked ham, which reminds us Thanksgiving is right around the corner, and I know my belly is conversing with me daily in anticipation. But in the meantime, I have some big red balls in my face that I must dispatch of in an adventure setting. So does this one provide hours of unadulterated fun, you ask? Well, not so much, in that it's just under 3 hours to complete the adventure mode, and at its best, I didn't feel yoked with this one. As you can see, it really doesn't offer much. If you're a 90s gamer, you may appreciate it more, but chances are you'll grow tired after partaking in this fiasco, just like that huge turkey dinner that you know you shouldn't have eaten. Number 48, Darios Burst CS. This one has seen so many platforms it could be mistaken as promiscuous. From Sega Saturn to Game Boy Advance, it has a reputation for fraternizing with other consoles. but it does have some depth to it when you view it scrupulously. There are hints of Simora X and Gradius, but it truly is its own side-scrolling shooter who believes beyond a shadow of a doubt that sea life should be robotic. Various modes, stage diversities, and weapon level-ups give us a game worth the time, but not necessarily the price. Number 49, Mitsurugi Kamui Hakai. A memorable title starts with a memorable name, so right out of the gate we get a huge fail. As we look past the god-awful title, we must recognize what makes a cliché Japanese hack and slash. Repetitive fighting, dull story, and short skirts. That would be check, check, and check-a-doodle-doo. Now, if I were an independent game developer, I would demand more from my creation than enemies, bosses, and button mashing. I would call upon either the best hallucinogenic drugs around, or go the route of smart pills if my creativity was lacking in any way. This was as if two warehouse workers with an affinity to creamy Japanese legs sat down and reviewed every cliché manga story ever told. Moral of the story? Wait, there's no morals here, for we have been gently sodomized by the illusion of greatness. Number 51, Esther. The epitome of coolness, the reminder of childlike excitement, and one of the best scrolling hack and shooters I have ever played. It was as if robotic Gundam were given a new paint job and told to go fight in a Zone of the Enders style environment. For sheer style, this game rules, but for length and story, I must criticize its decision making with a full playthrough of under 2 hours. The bangs on the screen don't quite complement the bucks that left your wallet. Also, if you're a story buff, don't expect much of a workout or really even a flex. If you have some cash to burn, it's a must buy. If you feel the burn for cash, just get the Zone of the Enders and fly away happy. Number 52, Drive, Drive, Drive. If you still haven't figured out what to do in this one, I can't be held responsible for dumb. But seriously, what I think they were going for was the fact that you make use of multiple tracks, and the title refers to your actions each time you track hop. I will give it some credit for trying to be a unique racer, but ultimately, I have to turn it down in my pile of games every time my eyes strafe across it. For as many times as I left the road and got an earful of sound effects when I did, I just can't get into it, kind of like an elevator at maximum capacity. I guess I'm just not fond of death, death, death. From pillagers to pilgrims, we enter into the next holiday grateful for our gaming selections. In a land where rarity reigns supreme, we ask you to take a moment and appreciate all you have. If your collection isn't complete, don't lose hope. There are plenty of opportunities to acquire with a little dedication. Now, how about showing your Thanksgiving spirit by liking and subscribing so that I can continue bringing holiday joy to all the hungry gaming tables in the expanding world of gaming. Your comments and feedback make it all worth it, and I want to let you know I consider this a great privilege to share this with you. Happy and a prosperous Thanksgiving to everyone here from G1 Toys.